Ian,
Yes.
we both went to Comic-Con this past weekend.
We did.
Did we not?
And one of my favorite things about Comic-Con is getting to meet up with friends, catch up with them, and see how they're doing. And one person that we both caught up with over the weekend at separate times was Chris Kohler, who now works for Digital Eclipse, previously of Wired, Kotaku, lots of big publications, you know, a
Gaming historian and journalist.
long successful career in game journalism.
Having a not so common podcast.
All around great guy, was really good to talk to him. Of course, despite talking about, you know, personal lives and stuff, he was proud to show off the Tmnt Cowabunga Collection. And let me tell you, I'm not saying this, I don't want this to be an advertisement, but he deserves to be as proud of this collection as possible. We got the run through of it.
We got the private skinny at the time. That the stuff wasn't public when we saw it.
And it looks, it truly looks like it's going to be one of the best collections I've seen in terms of these recent game collections, like, you know, the Street Fighter, SNK, you know, all of those.
The Capcom ones.
So
this is what you saw it on Friday, correct?
Yeah, I hung out with him Friday.
We literally went behind the curtain.
Or no, it was early Saturday, and then you went up
Saturday
there
afternoon.
late Saturday.
It took us behind the curtain to watch it on to play it on Switch, along with a Konami representative. I brought Pixel Dan and Andre, Black Nerd Comedy. Chris didn't know that I was bringing them because they're huge Ninja Turtle fans. I like Ninja Turtles.
Clearly.
They're huge Ninja Turtles fans. Dan's next book's going to be a Ninja Turtle guidebook. Andre, Ninja Turtles, it's one of his bread and butter. That and like Power Rangers. And they were great. They probably treated Ian the same way. They ran through everything, explained everything in detail. The reason why we're going to focus on this so closely is because we talk about cash-ins all the time with like collections. Or
That Taito one that we talked about recently, you know, which was...
Yeah, we'll give you 10 games, you never heard of most of them, and we'll charge you like whatever, $3 a game, whatever, or $2 a game, and it's like, well, this is garbage. Like, why are we buying this? You're not telling us about this stuff. Like, this is a cash-in. Like, what are you doing to get not just us interested in this, but something that's going to last for the next generation, where you can go back and say, hey, this is like a moment in time we're showing you with this collection. Like, these games mean something. This is why these games are important. Yeah.
And Digital Eclipse has done a lot of good prior collections. Their SNK collection was fantastic. So is their Street Fighter 30th anniversary. I believe Frank Cifaldi and my friend Brandon worked on both of those. The amount of history, documents, and depth you get out of the museum section, to me,
just as important
almost makes the games feel secondary sometimes.
And they're doing, and by the way, they're doing the Atari one we spoke about a week or two ago.
So let's talk about some of these things that they showed us, though. First thing I want to talk about is the menu screen is fantastic. The menu screen is basically just a huge comic page.
Sure.
And when you're selecting the games, it floats around.
Yeah, it's cute.
You can, I think, much like some of their previous collections, you can switch between the Japanese and
yes, with a push of a button,
the Western titles.
You'll switch out the menu what versions you're playing with a different art and everything.
Yep. So one of the things that they've done, though, that I think is excellent that I want to talk about is in game you can press the right bumper and it will pull up a mini like one sheet strategy guide. And these are awesome. These look like they're pulled right from the pages of Nintendo Power. They've got
same style.
They've got some original art. They had some original artists draw new art just for those pages. Mm-hmm. And each one gives you like just some tips and tricks for each game. What's really cool is you can click on some of the tips and tricks as you scroll through, and it will actually show you an animated video showing you how to pull it off and what to do.
Chris showed up one of the famous ones from the NES Ninja Turtles, you know, the Donatello bow trick with Rocksteady.
Oh yeah, sure.
You know, so like stuff like that, you it's like you're reading Nintendo Power, but then you can click on it. Oh, video example comes up. Pretty cool stuff.
For some of these, some of them have more than others. One of the most incredible ones to me is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 for the Game Boy. Fantastic game. Unfortunately, it's pretty expensive now. Everyone's going to get a chance to play it. It's a Ninja Turtles, and I'm surprised it's not more popular or more talked about, because it's a Ninja Turtles Metroidvania. I mean, which is an awesome idea. You can, it's mazes and maps, and you go around and there's different bosses throughout. Like Dirtbag, I believe, is one of them. And you can get different turtles. And they have a full map as part of the strategy guide.
That's pretty cool.
And I don't know if he showed you this. One of the neat things is it's something that people would never know, but just like little things that developers would put in. There's a vertical section of rooms on the right side of the map, and the way the layout of the rooms is done, it actually spells TMNT.
Which game was this again?
This is Radical Rescue, the third Game Boy Teenage Mutant
I didn't
Ninja
know
Turtles
that. That's
game.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, no one knew until they were putting the map together, because
who would know that?
literally, who would fucking know that?
Yeah.
It's just like this little Easter egg that's fucking awesome.
Real quick, we glossed over the games. These are the 13 80s and 90s main Ninja Turtles games that you get. And you get the arcade, Super Nintendo, and Genesis versions of some of them. You get multiplayer on a few games. You get
multiplayer on all the ones that have it. You don't get online multiplayer for all games.
Yes, you get online multiplayer for the arcade, Turtles in Time, original arcade, and then you get it for the Super Nintendo Tournament Fighters.
Yep.
They chose that one to be, and it's funny because they said like, hey, I made a joke, you get into Evo, so yeah, you get in the fighting game community. If you have good net code, maybe people can get into it and play it.
Yeah, and I mean, that is the one that I love, the Sega one. It's not great, but it's got really, really good art. But they are two entirely different games.
Sure. And you don't obviously need the Super Nintendo one online if you have the arcade one. You don't need both.
Oh, you mean for the
for Turtles in
Time, right?
For Turtles in Time, that's what I mean. I just want to play the original. So you get a good selection. You get the artwork on the side. Yes, you can do 4:3, or I don't know who in the world would want to do a widescreen version of games that weren't designed to be widescreen, but you can do that. A pox on you if you like that. I believe there's some also filters on this for the screen you can do on top of that. What else is there?
Yeah, the filter. So some filters. Okay, so soundtracks, press releases, boxes, and manual scans are going to be in there.
They literally bought new for some of them bought new boxes, and they flattened them out to do good scans of. You can see all the sides of them at once by doing that, and full manual scans is nice.
Something that was pointed out, and I talked to Chris about that morning. That was something that was announced online. Was they are doing an interesting like floating translation sheet for all of the documents.
Yeah, so there's a lot of design docs from like for example, the one that Chris showed me, maybe showed you the same one or a different one. Like the giant Mouser in the first.
Oh, no, I did not see that, but I love the Mouser. Mouser is my favorite enemy.
So there's like the original sketchings.
Nice.
That the designers did over like in Japan, and it's like, okay, what's going to be here. That's stuff like that in the game is really cool to do that.
Like I said, that's kind of like the Turtles games are great, and I'm very excited to play them. I love the Ninja Turtles, but to me, that sort of stuff is what makes these collections for me.
Yeah, and then what's interesting is that I like this database stuff, is that there's metadata tagged to all the assets in this game, and there's also stuff
like you can search.
There's also stuff like screenshots from cartoon episodes that they included as well. For like, it's like, oh, we'll put in some cartoon stuff to reference for characters, so you can like be in this, and you can do like, hey, I want to search for Baxter Stockman character. I want to see him see where he shows up in the Game Boy games, and say, whatever assets for the pictures here, boom, it all come up. You can search by like characters, you can search by type of media, you can search by, you know what I mean, like by game. You can do these weird searches that would enable you to find. I said this to him. We talked about it, like this was necessary because there's going to be so much content. You won't be able to just like randomly scroll through and find it. By having these search functions, you'll be able to access this stuff more easily. They'd be, I want to search out, all the assets associated with, say, this Game Boy game and this character. You'll be able to do that. Like, this is interesting. But he had to spend time to tag every asset in the game with, like, what is this? Well, this has this character in it. It's for this system, and it's this game. Like, that's a lot of work to do that. There's also complete soundtracks, and they're all in like audio cassettes. When you access them from the menu, that's pretty cute. Just a little thing like that. Press releases for games, original press releases that probably from the Konami vaults. Some of this stuff that you haven't seen this stuff in forever that they scanned.
They know how to dig deep over at Digital Eclipse.
And here's the one that I think is really nice that I don't think I've seen this before in other games. Other games will have fast forward and rewind, what have you. That's emulator features. This is they put in a tool assisted non-hit walkthroughs for the games. Not like super perfect speed, just like a skill player going through.
Yep.
So you can be like, okay, I want to play the Ninja Turtles arcade game. I want to get to the 3rd level. You can watch it in real time, go through. Then okay, I want to pick it up right here and start playing it.
I don't think it's the first time it's been done, but I think the prior time I did see it done was on a previous Digital Eclipse.
Okay,
I think maybe the Mega Man, or they've done something like that before. It's really, really fucking cool though.
Because you can just watch a playthrough.
And then, learn from it and then stop and try yourself on.
Now, you can't go back and forth because obviously if it's tool assisted, it'll screw it up. But the fact that you can do that, I think is cool. Let me look up the Mega Man one.
I don't know if that's right, but I'm fairly certain they've done something like that where you can jump in at any time before. Maybe Mega Man.
So what's important, I think, is that we're seeing a new standard established.
Yes.
For how these should be. With like the Atari one having all the interviews, and they're probably gonna have design docs and stuff, and new games.
These 3 by them: SNK 40th anniversary, yes. Street Fighter 30th anniversary, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection. And I have all the faith that the Atari collection is going to follow suit.
Yes, I don't see why. Unfortunately, I mean, obviously the SNK one isn't as popular, so it didn't get the buzz that these other ones have.
No, but it was the first one they did that went deep.
Oh yeah, we're talking about they gotten these games I had never heard of.
They were traveling. They were going to Japan and going, traveling 5 hours by train to look at a board and picture it and shit like that. So nuts.
So I hope that the other companies follow suit. I was funny. Andre was like, when are we gonna get that Tiny Toons collection? Like, he loves Tiny Toons.
I do like the games. I love the Tiny Toons games.
He rattled off. There was the several Tiny Toons games. I'm like, yeah. He said you can throw the Animaniacs, and I guess you can. There wasn't a lot of Animaniacs games. There was a few, but I mean, you could probably
do the Spielberg collection. I guess.
Yeah. I was saying, don't hold your breath, but some people like Tiny Toons.
Genuinely good games almost across the board. Tiny Toons.
Yeah, I will get this. I will get the Atari one. I never got the SNK one, but now I'm thinking about it. I should probably support it.
It's good.
And get that one. And yeah, it's almost like, again, we didn't really talk about the games because the games are the games. You can play the games.
Right, we all know the games.
We all know the games. Yes, we're going to add online to a few games.
There's good ones, not so good ones, great ones, and it's going to be a lot of fun, but I really just wanted to talk about the whole package and how much care was put into it.
Yeah, but even we'll still discover games come off like an advertisement.
It's not a folder of ROMs.
Yes, it's because even Dan was like, I'm not, I think it was Dan that said, I'm not really familiar with the Game Boy games, so I'll actually be interested in playing the Game Boy ones.
The first and the third ones are really good.
Second one is a little...
the animation is dumb looking in the second one. It just looks dumb. It doesn't. He does this weird tippy toe walk. Yeah, look it up. Just watch any second of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 on the Game Boy. The turtle animation totally just turns me off, especially when the original game had great animation. I loved the way the sprites looked.
Well, I like the way the sprites looked.
The sprites looked great. It wasn't great animation, but the style was great.
Yes. No, I get that. And then this is coming out. Was it August 30th?
August 30th. Can't wait.
August 30th. I'll get a physical version. You can get the limited collector's edition, which is nuts. It's not as nuts as the Shredder's Revenge limited run collection, but you still get a decent amount of stuff here. You get pins. Sure. You get a what is it? Not a shadow box. A little plastic display with the 4 turtles.
He gave me one of the posters. The poster is fucking sick. It's black and white original Eastman art. It's fucking amazing.
Is that different than this one here? Is that the same one or is that a different one?
No, it's different. Yeah,
okay.
You don't see it in there.
Okay, well, I got the last t-shirt. I got a black and white schmedium t-shirt.
Might have been the black and white version of this.
Black and white version.
I have to check, but it's really fucking cool.
All right, you got that. I get the t-shirt. There you go. I'll have to squeeze into the t-shirt. So the limited version the collector's version is $150. Looks like it's out of stock. I'll probably just settle for the regular physical version.
I'm fine with the regular physical version myself.
And you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about DLC. That was a joke. We're joking. It's like there'll be any DLC added. You're good. You're good to go.
No, I mean there's like unlike
Everything.
other collections where it's like, oh, you could have maybe put this in or something. No, there's nothing that needs to be added.
We should probably run down what games are in this again because that's one thing we didn't say. Where's the list of games you got here? You got Turtles Arcade, Turtles in Time Arcade, NES 1, 2, and 3. Tournament Fighters on NES for the 2 people that want to play that version. You get Turtles in Time, Super Nintendo, Tournament Fighters, Super Nintendo, Hyperstone Heist, Genesis, Tournament Fighters, Genesis, and you get the 3 Game Boy games. So you get that nice, good run based on the first cartoon.
Yep.
You know, basically, you get that the golden age.
I've been revisiting Hyperstone Heist, and I think it's great. I didn't love it as a kid because it's shorter, but it's just like it's a really nice compact experience with great like 16-bit Genesis art. And then I'm really happy. Honestly, the thing that I think I'm happiest about is just having an online playable version of the original arcade game again. It's been like a decade and a half.
Yeah, I've never played it online before. I didn't get it the first time.
Yeah.
And
when I was on the 360 for that brief period, it was awesome.
I mean, honestly,
that was 2007.
You could have sold me some physical $20 version of just that one game, and I probably would have bought it.
I would too. It's one of my all-time favorites.
That game's amazing. I know people love Turtles in Time, but the look and feel of the original.
I like the original better.
Yes.
I mean, Turtles in Time is fun, but I like the original better.
Yes, I like how it's a little simpler and it's more in tone with the TV show. You get all the hits basically there from the first few seasons of the show. Two full seasons of the show. You get the characters there.